Welcome guys to another video. This one we're going to be doing a drip tip atty stand. So we start off with the resin, part A. Weight, not weight ratio, it's volume ratio. This is part B. We make sure we are going to stir this up thoroughly and get all the part A and part B from the bottom of the cup, and just give it a really good stir around for about 2 minutes. You can see me stirring it. You will have some bubbles once you finish stirring it, but if you just let it sit for a moment, the bubbles should clear. So what you do, pour in, using a plastic cup here, pour in about an inch. This gives you your base, as you see, about an inch. And that will then go into the pressure pot. Once out of the pressure pot, you can see got about an inch base here, and all the bubbles are gone. And then we go to the next stage, which is drip tips. So with the epoxy resin, like 5-minute epoxy, I believe I was using Gorilla Glue. We're going to pop the drip tips in sort of different positions around this base, at different angles, sort of thing. Now I'm using a plastic cup, so the angles they sort of go outwards. So what I'm going to do is, when I put the drip tips on top, is make sure that they're sort of coming out at an angle, so it looks in line with a base kind of thing. And again, you can just see me putting them in different positions, different sort of coloured drip tips in different positions. So next one, I'm putting it onto the bottom of this drip tip. So I'm just putting some glue on the outsides so I can pop the drip tip on top, as so. Now again, another one at a different angle than the other one. Same thing again, and you can see that the glue is not sticking very well. It did take a long time for the glue to set. So what I ended up doing, as you'll see in the video slightly in a bit, is pop some CA glue or super glue, just to speed up that process. But here you can see I'm just trying to get sort of an angle of where the drip tips are going to be. In order to do it, this is what I did. I used just a piece of a box lying around, just so that I could lean it up against the box until it was dry. I use various things, as you'll see coming up. So I'm using a piece of scrap wood here for the other side, and the box there, just so before that sets, so it sets at the angle I wanted. You see, it didn't want to stick very well for me, unfortunately. So there we go with the CA glue. I just popped some of that on just to speed up that process. There we go, that's how it looks so far. Another one, different colour in a different position. And again, using the trusty old box just to keep it in line. And you see it's falling all over the place, but there we go. So bit of wood, box does the trick, and a bit of CA glue. Get the right angle. There we go. So next one's going in. Again, different angle, in a different position, and I'm using another piece of scrap wood, just to get that angle, and lean it on the wood until it dries. That's how it looks from the top, bird's eye view. So another one on the other side, and another piece of wood just to hold it in place. And some more CA glue just to hold that in place while the other one dries, and that's how it looks in there. That's finished of it. So what we do, pop it back into another cup. Now I did try and put the cup right to the bottom, but unfortunately I didn't want to push it too much. Doesn't matter anyway, if it does seep through the bottom, we're going to cut that off on the lathe. So again, same resin, part A, and again by volume, as I messed up the first one I did with this resin, using it by weight, and it didn't turn out very well, so made sure I was doing it by volume this time. Part B, and the stirring process begins. So we stir that again, making sure we got all of the bottoms of the carb, and now we're going to pour. So pouring the resin, try and do it slowly so you don't get so many bubbles in it. And I usually go, as you will see in a second, I go about an inch above where my sort of drip tips end or start, or whatever you want to call it. This just gives you a bit of leeway once on the lathe. So once that's poured, this cup then will go straight into my pressure pot and be left for about 48 hours to cure. That's the finished article, and then we shall pop this onto my lathe, and here's the making, guys.
remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
Sorry about the shoddy camera work. I'd mixed the 5-minute epoxy without my tripod, so it was in my hand unfortunately. And that's it, so we pop that in, hold it in place, and there we go.